Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it full? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets full? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, peak flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets full? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rock?
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Have so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. say 390, 380. 54 Mike. Get that quarterback and also say. Check 13. Check 13. Chance. Check 31. Check 31. Plus correct.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense, and how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Kill. Greystone, Travis. Yellow.
Now Cousins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Cousins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Tight dog. Check the backer. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get ready. No. Off. Slam.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Benjamin's got it. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. Rivers to throw for it on 4th, and it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Yo.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now he'll tuck it and run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Good night. 180. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, switch gears. Check 9. Shoot. Rush in. Wait. Rush in.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Check. Fresno. Wait, 89.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Right, 54. Let's go. Check.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This a 33-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 27th, Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it with Madison. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there.
Defense wasn't. Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
on third down. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Check safety, check safety. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Keep it skinny. Let's get off the field. Check, check.
Rivers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Break that. We're okay. We're okay. Set 180. Switch up. Switch up.
Following the interception here, Rivers being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Set 390. Mike 54. Not today, you are. Not today. Watch the air. Hey, easy. Watch out.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The high.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
No. Check.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They can't hang with us. Orange 4. Check nickel.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the... field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Madison. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with Madison. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A gain of 14.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here's a give to Madison running right. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check tight end, check tight. Hey, go orange. Orange. Check 1-3.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Left.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And caught by Henry. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Oh, this one pushed to the right. Badgley missed it. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Desmond King making the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Going to run with Madison again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Abdullah. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Check, check. Lucky.
On the handoff, it's Madison. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Another carry now for Madison. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Third and goal for Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Bailey's kick is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
At the 31-yard line.
180, 380, 54, Mike 54. I'm coming.
On 2nd down, it's Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Mike 190. Mike 54. We got it. Shoot.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. It's complete to Williams. The Chargers a bit here. They've got another first.
Complete to Mike Williams. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Heavy on the edges. Shoot. Check. Crunch. Tight dog.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, second and goal.
I know you ain't got it. 6 guys. Check 6.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? Third and goal. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cousins to throw it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Cousins to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. On third down, they run with Madison. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now Cousins. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get...
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Minnesota, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here,